Howdy, everybody. Hll Billy Nation. This is American Hll Billy. I just want to thank you all for showing up. Man, we got a fun night for you guys. We got a great panel. We already got a rock and rolling chat out there, live chat. And I mean, so excited to get into this and start just having fun. We're going to have some great topics. And I'll go ahead and say right now, I will try to jump through some of the people's on the side chat. And a lot of times I don't have time to like call everybody out when you join up and stuff. So I'm going to start highlighting the comments, and that way you know that I'm recognizing. If I miss you, I'm sorry. But anyway, so starting out, we got Info Bros out there. We got Mark Thomas. We got MacMan Reloading. We got G23, Bobby Barlow, Casey Doff, G23, Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, love it, baby. Anyway, we got Tim S. We got Sharpshooter. Who else we got here? Ozark Spirit. We got JH 586. Oh man, we got Garage Guy 879. We got MCK out there. Welcome everybody. We got Anne Marie B. Let's see here. Hopefully I'm not missing some people. We got Tim S. Two Live Moo. I'm reading down through here. Who else we got here? We got AR Gun 1776. We got Del Pogue. We got Derek Rankin. Man, SNR Ballistics. I mean, thank you all for jumping on, and I sure appreciate you all. And anyway, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I'll start highlighting everybody's comments here so we can all see it and be recognized. And so anyway, we got an awesome panel back there in the green room. I think they're eating up all the M&Ms and everything. They had a lot of riders, no yellow M&Ms, double stuffed Oreos, so we got that all taken care of. They're happy back there now. And so anyway, we're going to start bringing them out here. And so first up, we got MacMan. How you doing, MacMan?
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all.
Right. Now, the bowl, we got chocolate covered nuts, and there's a bowl of plain nuts. Don't eat the plain nuts because they suck the chocolate off those ones, and they just put the plain nuts in that bowl. So when you're in the green room, don't eat the plain nuts, okay, buddy?
Good tip. So, like I said, thanks for having me on. Hi to the side chat. It's already bouncing. I just want a quick one. I'm hitting my hopefully 500 subscribers. I'm up to 497, so I've only got 3 to go. So on my live stream on Monday night, 6 o'clock Arizona, 9 Eastern, we're gonna have some great giveaways. We're gonna have a great live stream. So if you have a chance, guys, sub to my channel, jump on the live stream. I got some cracking prizes to give away.
All right, tell you what, we're gonna do that tonight, MacMan. So listen, everybody, if you are not subscribed to MacMan, you've got to. We're going to get him to 500 tonight, right on here. And if we hit 500 tonight, I'm going to do an extra giveaway tonight just to celebrate MacMan's 500. So how's that sound, buddy?
That sounds absolutely awesome.
All right. So we got plenty of mods. I believe about everybody out there is mods. If not, just hit me up and I'll make you one. Anyway, so if a moderator can put out MacMan's channel, let's get him to that 500 tonight on this show. All right, let's do it, guys. So anyway, up next we have Elliot, AR Gun 1776. How you doing, Elliot?
Doing good, man. Good to be here.
All right.
Appreciate the invite, Hillbilly. It's always great to be on your show, man. Good to see you all in the side chat.
Man,
and congrats, Mac, on the
buddy.
Yeah, great to be here, man. I enjoy your show.
Right.
Good to see all of you guys here in the chat too, or in the panel, I should say. Also.
Oh man, yeah, we're just gonna rock and roll tonight. We're gonna have a great time. Mac's gonna hit his 500. I mean, we're just gonna have all kinds of fun times. So Anyway, thanks for jumping on, Elliot. Also, we'll bring up next. We got JH 586. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. I wish you'd told me about the peanuts earlier, dude. Crap.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I gotta go. Anyway, thanks for having me, man. This is always a fun time over here, and I'm anxious to see McMahon get to 500 as well. And yeah, man, let's have some fun. Come on, get the next guy up here. Let's get going.
You bet you, man. All right. So up next, we have all the way from the West Coast.
Hey,
We got Moondog.
how's it going, everybody? Good, very good. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, I'm sorry I ate all the red M&Ms, but you know.
Oh my goodness. Well, just stay away from them plain ones. You'll be fine, buddy. So next up we have Mark Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
Oh, doing great, man. If I do any better, I wouldn't be able to stand myself.
Well, if I was doing any better, there'd be two of me, and that'd be a scary situation.
All right.
I've had a pretty good day.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Mac.
Thanks for having
me. Mark, I'm sorry. Thanks for coming on, buddy. I sure appreciate it. Oh, looky there. Sharpshooter says McMahon Reloading is at 505 subs right now. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, awesome.
Congrats.
Congratulations, buddy. That
Good
is
job.
awesome. So what that also means is there's going to be another giveaway tonight during this show. So that's awesome. Great job, guys. So up next, we have trouble getting hold of this guy. Sometimes he has internet, sometimes he don't. He's out there in a bunker that's undisclosed location. So, Pat in the bunker, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. It might be an old missile silo converted into a bunker. You never know. I am out in the Midwest somewhere. Who told you to come? Anyway. But anyway, thanks for having me on tonight. Looking to have a fun time tonight, just as always. Especially, the last couple Saturdays have been really good. So, looking forward to it.
All right, buddy. Well, I sure appreciate that. I'm glad to have you on. So up next, we got Bubba. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, guys. Hey, you ain't got to worry nothing at all about the peanuts. I ate them. Wait a minute. And I feel like I need to be just as cool as they are, so hold on a second.
All right,
we're good.
You
We're
guys
good.
look like twins now.
Yeah, we're good. No, what are you talking about? I look like a fatter Marlon Brando. What's going on?
Be right back, guys.
Sexy.
All right. Well, we got this started up here. We got everybody in the panel on so far. And who knows? I mean, lots of times we have people just jump on. So if they do, they're welcome. And we're just going to invite them on. And we're just going to continue having this great time. So let's go around the room real quick and kind of tell what your channel's about and what you do on there. And McMahon, you want to start this off? And congratulations, buddy.
That's great. Thank you
We're
so
going to
much.
go and get you to 750 tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. So my channel is I do a lot of reloading, casting, shooting. I do hunting videos. I'm doing tool reviews on there because obviously I'm a Mac Tools distributor, so I put tool reviews on there. I've recently started doing a live stream on a Monday night. It comes on at 6 o'clock now, which is 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Arizona time. And we tend to be on for about an hour. I do a small prize draw during the show, and I tend to do the whole show around a piece of equipment, whether it's a 650 or the Zero press over there, or there's a 1050 there. I got plenty of equipment, so I try and do my whole live stream around a piece of equipment or a bit of reloading. So, like I said, guys, jump on and join me. I got some great prizes to give away on Monday. I'm going to probably give 2 or 3 prizes away. So I look forward to seeing you. And I just like to say thanks again, Hillbilly, for having me on. I really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for subbing.
You bet. And if you've not watched Mac's channel, I mean, his prizes are just really great. I mean, every time you're not going to want to miss his giveaways. I mean, I want to win absolutely every time I'm on there. I mean, it's just, hey, Elliot. So you brought the yellow M&M with you.
Yeah. The yellow guy.
There you go. So, Elliot, you want to tell a little bit about your channel, buddy?
Sometimes I reload. I end up doing talking live streams because I think I talk too much at times, and I get where I don't want to go over the reloading gear. But I'm going to do some live streams around reloading some 40 S&W coming up probably. Hopefully in a week or two because I'm still working on my car. But when I do reload, I do 223, 308, 9mm, and now 40. 30-06, I do. And that's it at this point.
All right, buddy. It's your channel, as well as Mac Man's. You guys have some great stuff, and everybody on this panel just has great content on their channel. So thanks again for coming on. So we'll move on down to you, Mark. And anyway, you want to tell us a little bit about your channel, buddy?
Well, my channel is a mixed bag of leather work that I do, things that my son and I do together, and just any kind of odd tasks or auto maintenance. I've learned quite a bit from lots of the folks on this panel and many others. Elliot, he's taught me quite a bit. Jamie's taught me quite a bit. In fact, I picked up a new member of the family today, 35 Remington Marlin 336, and I can't wait to do some reloading for that. And Jamie's done half the work for me. So just been a good time. I love getting on here, learning. Love getting on here, being part of the community. I shared something out a little bit earlier in the chat. I'm going to send it out right now. I got some friends at S&R Ballistics. They have a real good channel. They're showing some great firearms. They're doing some great content, and they have a 750 subscriber giveaway coming up. So if you can visit them, they'd like to get a couple more subs. Hit them up. Maybe we can win a nice knife, nice giveaway.
Oh, yeah, if you can post up a link to their channel.
Yep, it's in the chat.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Well, everybody jump over there and check that out. And help that channel out. All right. Well, thanks so much, Mark. And so Moondog, you want to tell a little bit about your channel, buddy?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I've got three channels now. I've got my primary channel is Moondog Industries, and that's where my handle comes from. But that's primarily my Pew Pew channel. So I've got lots of ammo reviews, rifle, firearm, and some firearm accessory reviews on that channel. And then I spun off a gadget channel, which is Moondog R&D's or R&D, Research and Development. And so I review just sort of home gadgets and things, but also that's where I put my sort of flashlight reviews and my spotting scope and telescope reviews, just anything I find interesting. In fact, I just got this from SHOT Show. This is a new Monstrum Tracer. So I'm going to be reviewing this on that channel and giving it away once I'm done with the review. So definitely check out that channel, and you'll find out when I do the giveaway for this thing. And it looks pretty neat. And so check out those channels. And I'm out on the West Coast. That's the weird thing. I'm in California, so I'm in the hotbed of the anti-2A movement here. So I'm part of the resistance behind enemy lines.
Yeah, and actually, while we have you on here, you want to quickly share a little bit about some good news that the Supreme Court
Oh yeah,
put your way?
I am. Well, I want to get some more details before I start spouting
Yeah.
off. But well, all things look like they're gonna knock down the roster, which means there's this infamous law that was passed in the early 2000s called the well, I'm going to butcher the name. It's basically I'm paraphrasing. It was the handgun safety law that established this roster of guns that supposedly they were safety tested for the public. But the only way that you could get on that roster was to pay the state money, and then it eventually added more stipulations to be considered a safe gun. And one of them was it had to have micro stamping on it, and no gun in the world has that, except from some prototypes. So that's the way they sort of back-ended the way to restrict new guns from any Californian from buying any new gun. So we're stuck with Gen 3 Glocks. That's how archaic it is. And any new gun, and they consider a new gun as if you have a Gen 3 Glock that's in a different color, like gray or white. That's a new gun. So that's why we can't get anything other than black and OD here. So it's anyway, hopefully from what I hear, and I'm going to talk to some lawyer friends in the 2A community and in my club and find out, just get the full details. Cause I don't want to spout out like, hey, now you can order any pistol you want. No, I don't. I want to make sure that it's that everything that's cleared up, but hopefully, knock on wood, Californians like me will finally be able to get some decent pistols.
Yeah, so like the way it is right now, you can't just take your favorite pistol down and get it Cerakoted. My goodness.
Well, you can. Yeah, once you own it, and once you own one of the few, I think there's like maybe only 100 different models on the roster, and it gets smaller. And they even passed laws that if you could add a gun on there, you have to take 3 off. So that's just how things work.
Wow.
Yeah.
1 for 3.
Yeah. So it was getting really insane. So hopefully with this court case, Supreme Court case, it made that law invalid. I'm praying.
Okay. Well, that's great. And I appreciate like you and Walter, live out there, on the West Coast and stuff. You guys keep us updated on this. And, as far as the rest of the country, we'd be more than happy, anything we all can do to help, your guys' 2A rights, so that's awesome. Well, all right, Jamie. So you want to tell a little bit about your channel and what all you got, what all you do, buddy?
Basically, what I do is I do a little gunsmithing, kitchen table type stuff, load development, load for what Mark was referring to. I have a series of 10 35 Remington load channels over there. And, that's really what I want to do is just load development, show somebody new how to go about working up a good load for their firearm, whether it be, revolver, pistol, rifle, and even shotgun. But, with the way YouTube is now, you can't really do much of that. So I do what I can when I can on my channel. And then we talk about it on Friday nights on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel. So I guess I'm technically by default the owner of the Georgia Shooting Connection channel too, because when we first started that channel, it was me and Chico and Kyle. But Chico's got a raise, got a promotion at work, so now he's kind of missing in action, and he has a son that he takes care of. He's a single parent, and Kyle is engaged and all that. So I guess I'm de facto Georgia Shooting Connection now. But we enjoy having y'all over anytime you want to come over, and I appreciate you having us on Hillbilly. It's always fun over here, man.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you guys, joining. And I know somebody asked for a link again. If what we're doing is this is fairly new, we're doing some stream sharing. So, a few other channels have it up. And even though when they're on that channel that's sharing, they type in the comments, and it might not show up on the main chat, or like if you want to enter the contest. So I put the link out there again, and whoever's channel you're on, hopefully they'll share that link too, and that'll get you over into the main chat so you can do the hashtag HBN13 for the giveaway. And like, we're going to be having two giveaways tonight. We're going to have a regular giveaway, and then we're going to have a second one to celebrate MacMan hitting 500. So anyway, this is awesome. So anyway, Pat in the bunker, buddy. You want to tell a little bit about what you do on your channel?
Yeah, I am primarily a outdoors guy. If you go there right now, you can see me in a tractor or on a three-wheeler or a four-wheeler or shooting guns or doing unboxing videos. It's a wide plethora of stuff, and or even wood stove videos, because I'm out in the middle of the country, power goes down. Guess what? I need a backup. So yeah, if it's anything having to do with the country or some repairs or stuff like that, but I like to keep it mainly to guns and stuff. And I had a new one in the background the other night, but it's not here tonight. I wished it was. It was a pretty sweet gun. The brother's got it, and he's shooting it right now. But yeah, so that's going to be another review. Hopefully, good Lord willing, next week, Elon is going to have me some of that good satellite stuff, because cable down here is no bueno. It just sucks. The old missile silo just it's not working. So, but anyway, thanks for having me on tonight. We are going to have some fun tonight.
Oh yeah, we are. And thank you so much for joining, Pat. I sure appreciate it, buddy. And hopefully Elon will get you taken care of pretty soon. No doubt about that. All right, Bubba. So how you doing, buddy? You want to tell a bit about your channel?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. Well, I like to test out cheaper guns so people know that there's an alternative and they shouldn't be denied their Second Amendment right just because of a price point. So I like to show off different cheaper guns. And matter of fact, I finally did a video on the gun I have dubbed the Hillbilly Up Deluxe.
All right.
It's a shotgun that I swear to God, if High Point had ever come out with a shotgun, this is what it would look like. So that's why it's called the Hillbilly Up Deluxe, because Hillbilly, you love the carbine, right?
You bet you, buddy.
So I named it the Hillbilly Up Deluxe, and I tested it out last Saturday, I believe, and cycled pretty good. It has a little bit of problem with the under 1 ounce shot, but most semi-autos are going to have that problem, so I wasn't really too worried about it. Cycled high brass nice, so it's working out pretty good, and the spread's ridiculous at 20 yards. So,
oh yeah.
But yeah, I just like to test out cheaper guns and stuff like that. And before I forget, MacMan, once again, congratulations, man. And I think I aimed that wrong. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll do one more. But yeah. And thanks for having me on, as always, man.
Yeah, do you ever feel like the Brady Bunch on here? You know, I mean, look.
Yeah.
We know exactly how the Brady Bunch felt.
Does that mean I'm Alice?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You can be anyone you want. So, all right, guys. Well, make sure everybody out there get in your hashtags. It's hashtag HBN for Hillbilly Nation 13. So make sure you get that in, and we're going to have 2 drawings tonight. So anyway, we're going to come up on first topic of the night here. As soon as I can figure out how to pull it up here. So, as most usually, I try to pick 3-4 topics, and I'll tell anybody that's watching this, and everything. These guys have no idea what I'm going to throw at them. No idea. It's just I have them, and I've had people, hey, what's the topic for tonight? And I'm like, you'll find out. So anyway, I'm surprised they even show back up to be on the panel again. But anyway, we're just going to throw out some topics. We're going to start with the first one, and we'll just kind of go around the table. And so the first topic tonight is, and I know there's going to be a lot of both sides on this. So revolvers or our semi-automatics on pistols. So just we'll kind of go through the room, and also in the side chat. So put it out there like what you prefer. We're really not going to give a reason. Like, there's so many different deals. Like, okay, you talking home defense, you talking truck gun, you talking reliability. I'm just wanting, okay, when you want to go outside and you want to shoot, what is, something that, if you're going to just grab a gun, you're going to go out and you're going to shoot and have a good time. What are you going to grab? Is it going to be a semi-automatic? Is it going to be a revolver? What's your choice, Mac?
Well, basically, before the whole COVID thing started, I was all semi-automatic. I didn't own a revolver. And then when everything happened with COVID and everything got hard to find, and I was watching streams and people saying, well, revolvers are the way to go because they shoot slower. You don't have to use so much ammo. So I went out and I bought my first revolver, and I'm afraid it was a bit of an addiction. And they just keep coming, especially those snake guns. They just keep coming. And if I've got to grab something to go to the range tomorrow, I'll probably pick up my King Cobra and one of my Pythons. And that's, if I had to take 2 guns, that would be what I'd take.
All right. Well, thanks, Sharpshooter, also for putting that out there. Appreciate that thumbs up and subscribe. All right, Mac, man. And also like any certain reason, also, guys, like like you said you want to pick that up. Is there a reason like that you would prefer a semi-automatic over a revolver? So if maybe you could throw that in there a little bit too, and we'll just do that around the horn here. Oh, and if you don't have a certain reason, that's fine too. Just
I assume I'm next. Hang on a minute. Revolver, guys, gals. Revolver. Years ago, a couple of decades ago, but I think, well, actually more than that. You go back to the 80s, every magazine you would see in those days, cops would always say, hey, a revolver will fire every time. Now, can it break down? Yeah, but rarely do they do it. They just go bang, they look good, and they're fun to shoot. I don't have one now, so I can't say I'll pick that up, but when I do get one, will carry it with my semi. Semi pistol's nice, but I love a revolver, especially stainless steel. 6.86, 6.29, 44 mag. A single action army. I love those.
Oh,
I got to get one too.
yep.
Yeah.
You're ringing off some of my favorites right there, brother.
Yeah,
like, sure. Don't take them all.
There's nothing like. I mean, a revolver. You can just look at it, and it's a beauty. It looks like a fine sports car or something. Semi pistol. I said this a long time ago in a stream. Plastic is plastic. I do carry polymer guns, but I don't pull them out and stare at them or look at them and go, "Wow, what a beauty!" I just kind of stick it in my holster and use it for self defense. So, I love revolvers. Can't beat them.
All right. Well, let's move on to you, Mark.
I'm going to tell the same story. I love a revolver, and I've got nothing against an auto. Many times I'll carry My automatic, I love a 1911, but there's just nothing that feels better in my hand, and there's nothing I shoot better than a revolver. My daily carry for the last several months has been a Rock Island Snub 38, and I love an AR. I get it. 30 round magazine is fantastic, but I picked up a lever action today that just melted my heart.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now I gotta ask, what was the lever action? I'm a lever action guy. I love them to death.
Marlin 336 and 35 Remington.
Oh wow.
Oh, I hate you.
I'll take it.
I am officially jealous.
All right. We'll move right on to you, Moondog. What's your thoughts on this, buddy? And guys out there in the side chat, be sure, I've seen some great ones out there. Be sure and put your comment in there too.
So I'm going to be the contrarian, the first contrarian here. If I'm going to grab something to go to the range, it'll probably be my 45 Colt Commander. It was my favorite gun as a kid, and it was the first pistol I could purchase when I moved back to California. Was that just because I just always wanted one myself, and when I was first learning how to shoot, I was probably about 10 or 12. My uncle took me out to the range, and he had me shoot a 44 Magnum. And from then on, I was kind of soured on revolvers for a long time until I shot a 357. So I appreciate revolvers, and one of these days I want to get myself a Webley. But for the most part, I still prefer shooting semi-auto pistols. And one of the things I like about the 1911 is I that's what I also use for when I do my target pistol competition, which is in 22, but I can slap on an Advantage Arms target slide on that and kind of compete with the guys with the $4,000 pistols. I'm certainly not in the top 5 of the competition, but at least I don't feel like I'm totally left behind. So yeah, it'll be the those semi-autos.
All right. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answer here tonight, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's great, buddy. So Jamie, I know you wish you would have been first on this topic, probably, but so what's your thoughts on this? Which I mean, I kind of already know, but you want to go ahead and share those with us.
My channel name is 586. Yeah. If I'm going to the range, I'm taking semis and revolvers because I need to learn to shoot semi-autos better than I can, better than I do. I'm thinking about doing some IDPA stuff. No, I'm not good enough for the other divisions, but this is the thing. I'm old and I'm fat. And when I shoot a revolver, I don't have to bend over and pick the brass up. You know?
That's another great advantage that nobody's put out there, Jamie.
I just dump them in the bag and then separate them when I get home. Let's see. I own the 586 6-inch, no dash, the 686-2 4-inch.
There you go.
A Taurus 605 snubby. It's a 5-shot. It's the same thing as it's not the same thing, but it's a clone of a J-Frame Smith. Have the I'm getting into single action more lately. I have a Ruger Blackhawk 44 Special. It's a special kind of gun. It's I could explain it all to you, but I really need to do a video on that gun and what makes it different, what makes it special. But it's on It's basically a 44 special built on a 357 frame, old model Black Hawk frame rather
All
than,
right.
and of course, I've got several polymer guns as well. I have a Springfield. I like it pretty well. And I do have a Black Hawk 44 Magnum Super Black Hawk on the way. It'll be here by April the 9th. So I'm looking forward to learning all about the 44 mag, and then I'm going to be saving up for a. I'm just about to the point where I'm just going to just. I've just decided, hell or high water, it's going to be a Marlin 44 Magnum, 1895. And
All right.
Good
for
choice.
Pat, I do have a Marlin. I have two Marlin 336s, one in 3030 made in 1974, one made in 1980 and 35 Remington, and I have a Rossi 92 and 357 Magnum.
Okay,
So I
well,
love
since it's my
Please.
turn, I officially hate you. I have lever gun envy. Those are awesome guns, brother. Very awesome guns.
Well, thank you. It's been a lifetime of saving and working and
Yep.
collecting. Of course, back in the day, they weren't that expensive. You know, they weren't.
No.
I mean, it was a
Right.
lot of money.
Yeah, but now it's you're shilling out some coin for those old girls, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah, but just about all those guns, I could, if I were to sell them, I could get triple what I paid for them.
Oh yeah.
Yep, good investments. Even if you don't even look at the just looking at it from a collector's point of view. I mean, guns are always going up. Even Mosin Nagant. When I picked up, I got 5 of them now, and the one that's the least valuable is $400, and I picked it up for 150.
So let me ask you something about Mosins. Uh, I have a M39 finish Mosin. What's something like that going for these days?
Is it the round or the hex receiver?
My understanding is that M39s were only built on the hex receivers. If the finish captured a gun that was not the round receivers, they didn't pick them up. They just got the the octagon. But I could be wrong about that. But
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, they'd only pick up the hex receiver ones because they could take that back to the armory and they would literally rebarrel those, and they
Right.
would do a marksman test and stuff on those, and those are some of the most beautiful, shooting sweetest Mosins you can get your hands on. Those ones are beautiful.
Mine's
So
a
yeah,
Seiko.
those are top dollar ones. Those are top dollar ones.
It has a Seiko barrel and a Seiko stock. So
I would have to relook. It's been about a year since I really looked at them hard. But you're probably looking at a short barrel 39 with a hex receiver. You're probably looking at anywhere between, as long as everything's good on it, finish, stock, and the barrel's not shot out of it, you're probably looking anywhere between 11 to 15, as long as everything's right on it. As long as you got the matching numbers on it, barrel's good, stock's good, and it's right. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be no nicks or scratches. It's as long as the numbers and everything are running good on it. Yeah, you can get some really good money out of those.
Tommy Boy says 8+, and yeah, only hex. And I have an offer from the side chat.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I think I'm all right. I think I'm into that at 4 1/4. But
Hold on to it for a couple more years, brother. It's gonna double again.
It ain't going anywhere.
Those hex
They don't eat
with
much.
Seikos. Those were beautiful shooting rifles. Beautiful. I got one that's in Cosmoline, and it's not coming out until I want to do something with it. So, sorry, didn't mean to hijack the chat, but we got on a tangent.
Oh yeah, no problem. No, you're great. So I don't know if you ever did even answer. Did you answer the question to start off with?
Yeah, I did.
Revolver.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the first question, not the second question that I made up that me and Jamie were talking about. No, all day. If I just want to go out to the range and have a good time, I'm picking up my 681 Smith & Wesson with a 5 1/4 inch barrel on it, and I'm either running 38s if I just want to plank, and I'm just out there 20, 25 yards, trigger on that, and I've got hook grips on it. Thing shoots absolutely beautiful, all stainless. Man, that thing is just a beauty to run. And I have carried it from time to time, but it is a heavy monster to carry. But I will say this, as far as trigger and everything, just the way I got it given to me, man, I love just the joy of shooting. I'll take a revolver all day. Now, if I'm going to carry, it's a semi.
Yeah.
But just the joy, just the pure joy of shooting 357 Magnum, revolver all day long.
Well, again, let me jump in and hijack for a minute. If my understanding is correct, the 681 is the exact same gun as the 686, except for the rear side is not adjustable. And another reason that we carry polymer is if we have to use it, we don't care if the cops take it.
Excellent, Jamie. Excellent answer.
Or throw it down and scratch it. Drop your gun.
Yeah.
Who cares, man? It's a Springfield XD, right?
Oh, now
Jamie be like, can I set this beautiful Smith & Wesson on the ground real slowly instead of dropping it? You betcha. Well, okay, Bubba, what do you got to say about this?
All right, as far as this question, which is a loaded question, no pun intended, but there it is. If I'm going out to the range, I really don't have no preference for which one I would take. And that might change if I end up getting a Smith & Wesson 610 model, just because 10mm revolver just is a lot of fun. But if I'm going to carry, it's going to be a semi-auto. One, I'm not Jerry McCulloch or whatever. I can't reload that fast. All right, so I can't like reload if I run out of ammo or whatever in the revolver. I can't reload that fast. I can't do it. Semi-auto, drop mag, gun, done. So I prefer semi-auto. Revolvers, I will admit, they don't fail that often. Most things that's going to happen to a revolver, especially with a Webley, Moondog, is the timing's going to go out in it. The timing will always go. Webleys are notorious about that. But the timing will go out on the cylinder, and that's about all that can really happen to the gun, unless you like load the extra hot load that the gun's not ready for.
Well, I wasn't planning on making it a range gun, but I always wanted one. Yeah.
It's stating, across the board. But yeah, I would take a semi-auto for carry. Range doesn't really matter. Like I said, if I get a 610, different story. I'll probably only take that. It's all on account of how well, because I think all of this is actually personal preference. In all honesty, I don't think any of this is anything based in actual facts, other than one can fail more often than the other. That's about it. The only other thing is, personal preference. Like, can you handle a revolver better than you can a semi-auto? Well, if you can, carry a revolver. If you can't, carry a semi-auto. Me, like I said, not Jerry Mikulek, whatever. I can't pronounce his last name, save my dang life. But I can't reload in a quarter of a second like he can. I can't, and get back on target like he can. So I can't do a revolver, so I do semi-autos. More ammo in the semi-auto, so I have less time before I have to reload. So that's why I usually will take a semi-auto. But again, personal preference for everybody. Whatever you're comfortable to shoot, carry that.
You bet.
That's all I have to say about that. Oh, hold on. I got one more thing. Since Pat's been saying it this whole time, I hate you now, Pat. Having so many Mosins, and I can't find a Mosin to save my life.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I was blessed, and I got to buy a bunch of them when they were coming out of buds and everything. And some of them, the stocks and stuff were pretty crummy on them, and that's why that girl behind me got converted into a Monte Carlo stock. Then I had another one that was a Chinese, and one with a couple of hex barrels, and I got lucky. I just saw them cheap, so I bought them up, and I don't know. I was just lucky. I just pounced on them at that time, so I just and they're all pretty good shooters.
Because otherwise, I'd slap you right now.
Just say one thing to.
Yeah, like I said, it's just personal preference across the board. I think for everybody.
Yeah. And it's a good round. It's a good round. It really is. I mean, if you buy good ammo, and they still make modern ammo for all that. So if anybody's looking for a Mosin, don't be afraid to pick one up. And they make really good modern ammo for it too. And I've also got one loaded in the pipe right now for the old World War II for the 1 year in the plant, which we all talked about earlier in another side chat. So yeah, that one's going to be a fun one to talk about.
Oh, and before I forget, and before I do this, I need to ask: you're allowed to show books in the stream, right? Yes.
Yeah.
No?
Show books, yes.
So, all y'all had questions.
There's no hard seltzer.
And asked me if I was doing any reloading. Well, I don't really have a machine yet, but I've been working with a friend of mine, and I did manage to buy a little bitty fun book, so I'm gonna probably start doing that.
All right, good deal. Well,
So just a quick one for Bubba. I went into a gun shop yesterday, my local gun shop, and he had a Smith & Wesson 610 4-inch barrel in 10 mil. I put my name on it.
Good.
So hopefully next week I'll probably pick that up.
He's a member of the Gun of the Week Club.
we got somebody else who jumped on the stream here. We got the one, the only Gizzard Gary. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for jumping on tonight.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, everybody. I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, glad you can make it. And
Yeah, you're good enough to come on to my
Gizzard.
show. I figured I'd be good enough to come on to yours.
Well, thank you, buddy. And
I don't know if I'm going to improve yours like you do mine, though.
No, bro. I mean, you bring it all, buddy. I appreciate you jumping on here. I mean, definitely an improvement.
Well,
so the topic that we just kind of going over here is if you're just going to grab a pistol of your choice, would you go out and plank just to have fun or whatever the case might be? We're not talking home defense or nothing like that. would you grab a revolver or a semi-automatic, buddy? And kind of
Yes.
why would you make that choice or something? Do you have a preference or something on that? Just enjoying it.
Well, I mean, given my mood, I've got both. I could choose from either one, but just to test my marksmanship and everything else, I think I'd rather take a revolver out because I'd spend more time focusing on my shooting and my grip and everything else versus the tendency you have with a semi towards just trying to dump as many rounds as you can on a target. When you've got a revolver, you've only got so many shots, and you're going to take your time on that target and you're going to focus on what you're doing. I think you become a better shooter when you're shooting a revolver. That's just me. I mean, there's plenty of time to learn how to shoot a semi later on, but get good with a revolver.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Except, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Pat. There.
Except there is one little exception. I was at the Thunder on the Prairie, and Gizzard was kind enough to let me shoot his high standard, and he's gonna have to fill me in on the rest of it. That little semi-auto pistol that he had in 22.
Oh, that high standard Duramatic that's a year older than I am, so it was made in 1959. Yeah.
And that thing, I swear to God, at what was it? We were shooting at about 7 to 10 feet on the range.
That's pretty
Yards.
close.
Yeah, yards.
Yeah.
Yards. So,
That thing shot so beautiful.
Yeah. At that
And I was
distance, it's a
grouping-
tack driver.
yeah, it's a laser.
Yeah, in a dime. I was shooting in a dime with that high standard, and it just had no recoil at all. It was just like reciprocating saw. It was just like ding 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 ding, and I was like, this thing is absolutely beautiful. That was the first semi-auto 22 that absolutely had no jerk to it. I mean, none. It just felt like it was just a tink tink, and that was it. It was.
And the funny thing is, I went into my gun shop one day with the full intentions of buying a Rigger Mark IV. And my FFL, he asked me, he said, "What are you buying it for?" And I said, "For target shooting and stuff like that." He said, "Well, I'll sell you the Mark IV if you want to spend the money on it, but I've got something over here in the case I think you'll like just as much, and it's half the price." He said, "It don't look like much, but," he said, you take it, clean it up and shoot it." And he said, "Tell you what, if you don't like it, bring it back." And so he sold me that old high standard Duramatic. I took it to the range, and I come in and thanked him after I was done. I said, "Yep, that was the right decision to make. I probably had more fun with that than I would with the brand new guns."
Well, that's great.
Yeah, and it was. That thing was a absolute beauty to shoot. I ain't kidding. That was probably the smoothest gun that I shot all weekend long. There.
So you're saying I should bring that back again this year for you?
Oh, I would absolutely love it, because if we do the 22 range on those ducks and stuff that we didn't get to do the time before, that thing is absolutely gonna murder everybody. It will murder.
I'll bring it.
All right. Well, I will shoot it then. If you're offering, I'm shooting.
Yeah, and everybody make sure you get in your hashtags. We actually have more people watching than we have that's entered in the drawing. So make sure you get the hashtag out there. Hashtag HBN for Hillbilly Nation 13. And we're going to be having that drawing here just real soon. I mean, I'm going to give my 2 cents worth, and then we're going to have that drawing. So make sure you get in there and get that.
Can I add something?
Yeah,
before we
you
get,
bet.
into that, it just occurred to me listening to you guys, and circling back to the question you had about the Supreme Court decision in California. If you guys are looking at anything, and this also goes to everybody on the side chat, if you're looking at any interesting guns at your local gun store, either a concession or just anything out there, if this law does get passed, I mean, or, was repealed honestly and stays repealed, um, you should buy your guns now, because then there's a whole flood of Californians gun owners have been holding on to some cash, wanting to get their guns that they've always wanted. They're going to be flooding like Gun Broker, whatever, every gun store that they can find all these classic guns and new guns that they wanted to buy. I'm thinking things might be getting a little rarer in the short term. So just putting that out there.
All right. And also, Bobby, I just seen you missed the hashtag on your entry there. Hashtag HBN. So anyway, you might want to read that, buddy, so you're for sure entered in the giveaway. And so as we go down through here, my deal on the topic is I really do love shooting semi-automatics. I do. I mean, like Bubba was saying there, you fire off your, however many rounds, you pop the magazine out, you intercept, you put in the new magazine, you're back on target, blah, blah, blah. And I do enjoy shooting those. But what I get the most love out, like if I'm just going to go shoot and I'm like going to really enjoy it, I will grab my revolver, 686, Smith and Wesson 357, and sometimes I'll just put 38s in there. If I'm just going to go out 38 specials, so I'm going to go out and just plank or whatever. And for some reason, I can shoot better with those than I can my semi-automatics, and I'm not quite figured that out. Maybe because I've shot more of them throughout my life. I don't know. But if we're gonna have a shooting contest, trying to, drive a nail or whatever the case, to where each bullet need to be on target. For some reason, I can shoot better with my revolvers than I can my semis. That's just me personally. But I mean, I don't know why that is, or whatever. But I sure do love my semi-automatics. And go ahead, Bubba. You had something to say, buddy?
I can explain why the revolvers. It's easier to shoot better with the revolvers. One, okay, so you're talking about like pulling back the hammer for single action firing, right? It's easier for you.
Yeah, or even double action for me.
There's less thinking involved whenever it's a single action shot. There's a lot less thinking involved, because you don't take into consideration the poundage of the trigger pull in a semi-auto versus the poundage pull of single action. There's less time. You don't think it's much, but it is just enough to veer you off course. It is just enough to change that much. You don't have that opportunity to think. You don't have that opportunity to flinch as much with a revolver just because of the trigger pull. And that's 9 times out of 10. That's why it's like that.
Yeah. Well, there ain't much thinking that goes on in this hillbilly's head anyhow. So I can see where that can be pretty confusing. I mean, So if you're pretty simple-minded, then just, a revolver with the hammer pulled back is definitely going to be your best bet, not to cloud your mind, when you don't have much extra out there to, so anyway.
I'm right there with you, Hillbilly.
So anyway, let's go ahead and get this first drawing out. And this is going to be for MacMan. We're going to celebrate MacMan not only hitting 500, but over 500. And if somebody jump on there and let's see what MacMan's up to now. I forget, was it 505 a while ago. I think Sharpshooter said. Where you at, buddy?
Yeah, we're still at 505. Yeah, that's great.
505. Well,
super happy. Thanks, guys.
we hit your target, and if you did not get in here at the beginning of the show, MacMan was just shy of 500 subs. So if you not went to MacMan's channel and subscribed to his channel, I mean, do yourself a favor. He has an awesome channel, same as everybody else on this panel, and even on the side chats, man, guys. There's people on the side chats that have some great channels, so go check them out. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this first drawing here, and this will be. Let me grab here. Let me pull myself up here on screen.
That's for you, MacMan.
So anyway, if you've been on my channel before, you'll notice this knife here. I've been giving it away for quite a bit. And the reason is it's people's liking it. You know, it's just something that you can throw in your range bag, in the glove box of your vehicle. It has a nice blade on it. It's got a bottle opener. It has a window breaker right here on the end. It's got a seat belt or a rope cutter. It has a fire starter. So that can always come in handy. And it has a little, it's on here, a little LED light. And not only that, it's got a magnet on the end of that. So it's just kind of a cool little knife. And so anyway, that's what we're going to be giving away tonight. So let me get back out of here and we'll pull up this giveaway. Share the screen. All right, let me jump back up here. All right, MacMan's at 505. Make sure you get caught up here. Make sure everybody's in this. And if you are on a sharing stream from Pat or other people, Moondog, anybody that's sharing this, make sure your hashtag is showing up on the main chat so that you are entered. So anyway, excuse me. Let's wind this thing up and turn her loose. Let's see who's going to win this first drawing tonight. Two live moo.
Hey.
Hey. Moo.
Congratulations, Moo. That is awesome. Well, let me put my email in here. All right, there it is. So anyway, Moo, get a hold of me on my email and give me the address you want this sent to, the name, and also these come in 4 different colors. We have red, they have blue, they have black, and they have green. So let me know which color you would like, and I'll get that sent out to you just as soon as possible, buddy. And again, man, I want to just congratulate MacMan on that 500. And he was saying earlier he's going to be, or actually, you want to go ahead and tell about that again, MacMan, in case some people jumped on and missed what you was talking about earlier?
Yeah, so let me grab one thing while I'm. So
you bet, buddy.
My live stream is going to be on Monday night, 6 o'clock Arizona time or 9 Eastern. I haven't decided what the stream is going to be about yet, but it'll be around a piece of equipment. But because I hit my 500 subs, we're going to be doing probably 3 prizes. But the top prize, I'll show you guys, is going to be.
Hang on, Mac. Let me pull you up, buddy, here so everybody can see you. All right, there you go.
There's a 10-piece mini precision pliers.
Nice.
Comes in a little wallet. There's a good selection there. You're talking almost $100 value there, guys. So that's going to be the top prize. So that's going to be one of the prizes for Monday night, and I'm going to probably have 2 other ones as well. And so it's just a big thank you to all you guys who subbed to me, brought me up to 500. I really appreciate it, and like I said, I'm so humbled that people are watching my channel, enjoying my channel, and I really enjoy doing it. So I'm giving a little bit back, whatever I can do, and just to say thank you to you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very awesome. Especially when it comes to gun stuff, that little precision stuff, man, that goes a long ways. It really does.
Yeah, they're so handy.
Yep, and it doesn't matter whether it's glasses or small gun stuff or jewelry stuff. Man, that stuff works great.
All right. Yeah, MacMan always has some awesome giveaways on his channel. So not only that, I mean, he's got a great channel. I'm learning so much watching his channel and these other guys' channel. I don't reload right now, but I'm watching these channels. I'm taking notes. So when it's time for me to go ahead and, take that step, I already have, some great notes written down, and also videos I can refer and go back to, and so it's just amazing. I mean, I just enjoy it so much. So anyway, let's get to the second topic of the night. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and do this one. Hopefully this might be a fun topic for everybody.
Oh boy.
So, does the looks of a gun have anything to do with your judgment when you go to buy a gun? I mean, does it make any difference at all? It's like, I've watched this video or I've shot this gun. This one looks, really nice. But man, I shot this one. It just runs so well. But it don't look near as good as this other one does. So when you go to purchase a gun, how big of a factor is that on your next gun or purchasing a gun? So does looks have anything to do with it, MacMan?
Definitely. When I go to a gun show, I might not have anything in mind. I'm just going to a gun show. And what I'll do is I'll walk up and down the aisles and I'll scan the tables. And there's just hundreds and hundreds of guns there. And you're scanning the table and all of a sudden, boom, something jumps out at you. It might be the color, the grip, the shape, and it just bounces out at you. And 9 times out of 10, I'll end up buying that gun. Because you're scanning, and if it jumps out at you, it's calling to you, and you've got to get it. It's a big thing. I like to look, and it's just, if I'm not looking for anything in particular, that's how I find my guns. I just scan the tables, and it just come up and bite me.
Come buy me. MacMan, come buy me. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Them guns must do an awful lot of talking.
Yeah, they do. It's a lot like sirens with the pirate ship.
Uh-huh.
Yes, except these guns slip you a Mickey.
Pat,
Oh, Pat choking.
I'd say definitely goes into it a big way.
he needs to get out of the bunker more often.
You're not too far off, Jamie. Oh boy,
You okay
you
there,
got me
Pat?
right in midstream. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's great.
All right. Well, Elliot, so what do you have to say about this, buddy? So,
Looks
I mean, you looking for a barbecue gun? Does that make a difference?
looks is first. I walk around, do the same thing Mac does. I scan. Sometimes I don't even buy, but I'll go back and look again at the gun. I typically spend 4 to 6 hours at a gun show. My brother, I'll take him sometimes, and we'll go, and he only wants to spend like an hour. I go, you can't walk this place that quick. We have to leave. And but yeah, looks, and then caliber second. It looks has got a lot to do with it, in my opinion, on that. And they do talk to you. Come and get me, buy me. So it's just one of those things. It's like I mean, there's just something about them. You got to have them. And I'll wind that up.
It's a mess.
All right. Well,
Me and Mac, guns talk to me and Mac. Hey.
so Mark, you make these beautiful leather holsters and stuff. So, I mean, and they always, all the pictures, the ones I've seen you do and everything, are just absolutely beautiful. And so are you looking for something that matches your handy craftsmanship? I mean, is looks got anything to do with your decision on purchasing a gun?
Yes. You're going to make me blush when you talk about my work. I appreciate that very much. But when I pick up a firearm, when I put that in my hand, it has to feel right. It has to look right. And there are some that, immediately I'm good. That I know you guys love that 10 millimeter high point. I put one in my hand. I had money ready to go, and I really wanted to get in the 10 millimeter game. And that thing is so darn ugly. I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
You watched my high point video over again before you bought that, didn't you?
I tried
I don't
really
want
hard.
my friends to see me with this thing.
Right.
See, what Mark did was he watched my video again on the High Point C9 and was just like, yeah, no, Bubba's going to make fun of me for this.
I get it.
It's like a big block 454 in a Gremlin.
God, I hate gremlins. I've owned one.
Exactly. Exactly. You got this hot rod thing inside of this ugly some fill in the blank.
I don't know if anybody can say that any better, Pat.
I get it. I know they work. I can't bring myself to buy one. I just can't.
I can't.
Right. Well, thanks, Mark. I sure appreciate that. I totally agree with you. So, Moondog, you're up next, and then I think you got to bounce, don't you, buddy?
Yeah, I gotta help my son with a ton of corrections on it's like I forget it's their quarter or their semester grades came in, and yeah, he's got some spelling issues that I have to deal with. But anyway, to answer the question,
if he's got any pronunciation problems, I can tutor him.
Oh yeah, I think that would help. Now he's got my genes. I had the worst spelling as a kid, and then I think my mother went to go see my teacher one time, and he said, "Well, he's a smart kid. He'll have a secretary to correct it." So now we all have spell check now, but I guess I'm still like old school. It's like you got to spell it right, even though I couldn't. So anyway, yeah, I agree. It's like I go. There's guns that I've owned or shot that just feel much better than they look, and vice versa. I mean, half the reason why my first gun purchase was a Colt 1911s. I've always loved the look of those, and part of that is you grow up watching World War II movies. It's the it's the gun, it's the America's gun of America, So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, so I've always wanted one of those, but I always loved a lot of the aesthetics from World War II. I mean, my next favorite, just aesthetically, is the German Luger. I don't own one, but I always love, and I've shot them. Um, and I still prefer the 1911, but it just looks beautiful to me. But there are guns that I've shot. They feel great. They shoot great. Like like for example the Beretta PX4 and the carbine, the CX Storm. They shoot great. I just don't like the look of them. They just look weird to me. So I'm not gonna get one. Even though I've got a buddy who swears by it, and it's like great, but it's not for me.
Yeah. So yeah, looks has a lot to do with it, then, don't it? And that's something I thought this would be a fun topic for everybody, and so I'm glad we're having fun. And anyway, before you go, Moondog, I know you said you had to jump off here early. You want to go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about your channel, anything you got coming up?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So, for those of you who came on late, I've got a gun, ammo, and gear review channel. Sort of grew out of my reviewing stuff that I bought for my own firearms. So a little focused on a lot of 22 shooting, because that's my home club is a precision 22 club, and so a lot of the guys there shoot high standards and even more expensive guns like Pardinis, and I don't know, have these other really exotic Olympic target pistols. But some of my reviews are on just various 22 off the shelf ammo that we shoot, and just my own experiments are trying to see, could I get a smaller group out of the rifles like the Ruger or the 1022 or the Marlin 60 that I owned. I just wanted to see which, does CCI Mini Mag shoot better than Federal Auto Match. So I was just starting to film my own stuff, and so I posted up those reviews, and they've been getting a lot of interest. So that's how that channel. So just look for me at YouTube at Moondog Industries. And you'll find my PP channel, and also have a gear and gadget review channel, Moondog R&D. You can find that at Moondog Reviews. So I'll be posting up some new reviews soon. I've got a Phoenix weapon light that they sent me to review, and this Monstrum Tracer EDC light that I'll be posting up soon. As soon as I get a chance to do some lumen testing and some drop testing of this thing, I'll be posting up that review soon. So check it out. You'll find some interesting stuff. Anyway, thanks, gentlemen. Thank y'all for having me tonight, especially you, Hll Billy, and hopefully I'll be able to join you guys next week.
Man, it's always a blast to have you here, buddy. I appreciate you coming on, and it's always a blast. You're always welcome here. It's just a blast having you on here, and thank you so much. And enjoy your weekend, buddy.
Thank you, sir. All right, goodbye. See you, gentlemen.
Later, man.
So, all right, Jamie, we're up to you here.
All right. I'm gonna have to leave when I finish my answer as well.
Okay.
Church in the morning, but I think kind of like
I can interrupt you for 1 second, Jamie. Guys, make sure you get your hashtag in for the next drawing. It's HBN 13.2 for the next drawing here. So make sure you get in on this one. It's for the knife again. And anyway, I appreciate y'all. So I'm sorry, Jamie, for interrupting you, buddy. I apologize for that.
it's okay. I forgot what I was saying.
Oh no, I totally messed you up. So,
no, man, I'm just picking on you.
Beauty or Beast?
I kind of like. I kind of think like Walter and MCK when it comes to revolvers and lever actions. Yeah, you're looking for that classic look, and those are works of art. They just are the engineering, the form and function. That's all. It's a beautiful thing. But but at the same time, you know, the semi-autos we were talking about earlier, they kind of all look alike to me until you start tricking them out and doing this, that, and the other. I mean, not exactly. Some of them are better looking than others, but I think what it boils down to is they make some butt ugly guns. You know,
Yeah,
and
they
there's
do.
some that if you buy, you will get kicked out of the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Couple that come to mind
Agreed.
are bullpups. They may shoot well. They may be the next greatest thing since sliced bread. I will not own one. They're ugly. So,
I think I own one of them.
well, that's fine for you. It's not my bag of tea. And that's why they make so many different guns, you know, is because, what Moondog was saying, the PX4 Storm, I had one of those. I liked it, but in all honesty, I have to admit that it looked like a phaser gun from Star Wars, you know, back in the 60s. That's what it reminded me of. But like a bullpup, the AR shotguns, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say High Point, but I wouldn't buy one of those. And I wouldn't buy a Sky either, G23. And you know I'm a revolver guy, and you know I love that classic, those lines and that look. But I won't own a Chiappa Rhino.
No,
I wonder if anybody's going to make a.
absolutely no. Nope. I wouldn't either, Jamie. I wouldn't either. I agree with you totally 100%.
That is not a pretty
That's
looking
just
gun.
me. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, Tim S is absolutely right. I don't like bullpups. Jiffy is not cornbread. You know what you get when you put a Coke in a hot sunny field and leave it open all day long, and then you go back and pick it up. You actually have a Pepsi. So there's that.
Yep.
Anyway,
That's definitely Southern.
we live 70 miles from Atlanta, the birthplace of Coca-Cola. I was born and raised on Coke, and I will drink Pepsi, but it's only because they don't have Coke at that restaurant. So, listen, guys, this is fun. I wish I could hang out. My eyes are closing, and I'll bid y'all a fond farewell, and y'all hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for having me, and pull my name. I hope I win a knife, dude. Come on. Anyway, y'all have fun. MacMan, congrats on 500. I'm glad we could all be a part of it.
Thank you, Jamie.
Good night, guys.
Thanks for
Good night,
coming.
Jamie.
Have a good one,
You have a
Jamie.
great evening, buddy.
Have a good one, buddy.
All righty. So let's move around. I see. Who's next? Pat?
Pat.
You next? The screen's moved around on me. I can't remember who was next. So, Pat,
Yeah,
Bubba
I don't
says
know.
you're next, buddy.
Okay, well, all I'm gonna say is thanks for having me on tonight. It's been great time, and yeah, go check out all these guys' channels because every one of these guys is a worthwhile stop. Check them out. Look at the videos. That's all I got to say.
So you still
Question
you're not going to answer the topic?
Which one's that?
I think he thinks the show's over.
We all forget that topic because it's kind of
we
goes around.
got so
Yeah.
sidetracked that I can't remember.
Yeah. So it was. So when you go to get a gun, does the looks of it have anything to do with you purchasing the gun?
Yes, a little bit. And I'm not going to say it has to do 100% or 50%. Like my old Mosin that I've got collected, some of them were beat up. I was looking for that diamond in the rough kind of thing, you know. One had a really bad, the wood grip, everything was shot on it, but the barrel was still great. So I slapped it into Monte Carlo stock. I've still got the original wood stock, and it's put up, it's preserved. But at the same time, I've got some other beautiful ones that, you know, it just kind of goes either way. I mean, I can kind of see a diamond in a rough as long as the mechanics and everything are great on it. I'll buy it. But at the same time, if the rifle's shot out and everything else looks good on it, I'm probably going to pass on it because I'm going to look more at the mechanics on it. You know, the bolt, the lands and grooves. You know, I actually got fortunate enough one time to slug a barrel with some Cerakote, and it was absolutely beautiful on the inside. So I picked it up, $125, slapped it in a new chassis, shoots great. So it's all in the eye of the beholder.
All in the eye of the beholder, huh?
And that's where I'll leave it at.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks. So, Bubba, looks have anything to do with a gun determine on if you're going to buy it or not?
Well, I think I'm getting ready to set the side chat on fire here in a second. But I will not buy a Glock at all. It is a hideous looking gun, and the grip on it's terrible. It's why I have a dagger. I don't want to slide on the Glock, but I can't shoot them. I can't. My wrist is too big, so when I see that grip angle on it and have to camp my wrist to fire it, and the slide comes back and cuts my hand up, they no thank you. So yeah, looks do have a big part of it, which is why I won't buy a Glock. I won't buy a high point either for the same exact reason, even though I do say they are ugly. They are absolutely ugly. They're the ugliest thing.
They are, aren't they?
When I made the video,
I
wasn't planning on doing the video at all. Because I was literally getting sick looking at it.
You don't see any high points entered in a beauty contest, that's for sure.
Now I will say the carbine is amazing. I do like the carbine. But I do not like the pistols at all. They weigh like 15 pounds on a pistol. That's ridiculous. I don't like that the slide stop and the safety on it. Anyway, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I'm just going to stop right here. But yes, no. Because I mean, think about it. Anytime anybody buys a lever gun, you're buying it because one, it's a lever gun, but the main reason, the second reason that all of us usually are hiding in the back of our heads for the reason why we buy a lever gun is because the second we get that lever gun and we load that first round and we hear that lever go kerchunk, everybody turns into a cowboy. I don't care who you are.
Sure
I don't care who you are. You could be the biggest flicker in the world. You could be from New Zealand, for God's sakes, or India or whatever. All of a sudden, you're looking for a cowboy hat. I don't care who you are. Right? That's definitely a looks thing. Not saying the liver actions aren't good, because they are. But we're buying it because we want to be a cowboy. Right? Same thing for like Heritages and a lot of the older looking revolvers and stuff like that they came back out with and stuff. Cowboy, you wanting to be a cowboy. That's what it is. All right. If that offends anybody, I'm sorry, but it's just a fact. Because I know if I have a lever gun, the first thing I'm doing is yeehaw! I'm the rudest, shooting cowboy in the old West, partner. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
And I won't disagree with you 100% because the only reason I got a Heritage Rough Rider is because I was like, I want a 22 or a 22 mag, and guess what? It's another revolver in my gun in my in my sanctum, and guess what? It kind of makes me feel a little bit like a cowboy.
Take Gary down here. Then gives a Gary down over here. There we go.
Gary.
That way. It's done put on a cowboy hat already. He ain't even holding the lever gun. He's got a cowboy hat on. He's talking about lever gun. It's an infection.
That's right.
Yeah, 6-shooter Texan says he shoots cowboy action shooting. So.
Exactly. See, that's just
fun.
And it has to be done with a lever gun. No matter what. It has to be done with a lever gun or some kind of old style revolver.
Well, I will say this. Yep. I used to ride horses a lot and don't do as much anymore as I used to. But I don't ever remember anybody having an AR in their saddle sling, you know.
Right. Well, I got me my AR in my saddle sling. No, listen.
The lever action was actually the cowboy AR. It was the fastest shooting rifle.
Yeah.
And the Indians didn't know what to think.
See, and that's another thing, I guess. Since I'm like 42-ish% Cherokee Roanoke, right? So anytime anybody has a lever gun and they're putting on a cowboy hat and they pretend to be the Lone Ranger, the first look I get is, Tonto, let's go.
I got a gray one back there.
I'm just like, all right, yes, Peter Stubby, let's go. Do I get one too?
Hey guys, let's all wear cowboy hats next week.
Get a tomahawk, baby.
God, again.
I was married to a half Cherokee.
God, you fucking got me again. Son of a bitch.
I'm good at that.
Whoa.
I'm good at that.
Sorry.
Well, see Pat,
my nose burns.
We can't send an ambulance because you're in an undisclosed location in that bunker. So you're
exactly, nobody can trace me. I'm in a silo somewhere. God. Oh, God, that hurts.
I need to just do like a comedy hour on the show.
Oh. Yeah, who can get Patton Butler spit beer out his nose the most? Oh.
I just need to have like tape of video of just him doing random coughing whenever I make a joke, just so everybody.
Oh.
All right, well, let's move on down to Gary. And okay, buddy, does looks have anything to do with you purchasing a firearm?
Well, I'd like to say no, but that'd be a lie. I mean, it does, but that being said, I have owned a High Point. I do own 3 Glocks, so I have an appreciation for stuff that shoots. And in some cases, stuff that shoots well. So I've got not so pretty firearms that I love to shoot. And then I've got stuff that I bought because it was pretty or I just like the looks of it. So, and a lot of it was spur of the moment decisions. You walk into a gun shop and then you see something that kind of catches your eye and it's like, ooh, I want that. You don't want it because it shoots good. It's like it just appeals to you right at that point in time. So, I mean, it's kind of a, 2-part question because yes and no in that case. But yeah, looks do have something to do with it. It can. It can flat make you buy a gun you never intended to buy in a store. Yes, it can.
Yep.
I totally agree.
Done it many times,
buddy. I totally agree. Yeah. And I'm just gonna have to pretty much agree with everybody on the panel. I mean, I do have High Points, I got some Glocks, I got, some other stuff, but man, it is something about, when you see a fine looking, firearm, it's like, man, I really, really need that, even if you don't need it. And I think that kind of boils back down to like, when Pat was talking about a car earlier, it's for me, it's kind of the same way with a car. Yeah, you have cars that just run good and drive good, but I mean, they're definitely not going to turn any heads. But when you have a good looking vehicle, truck, whatever it might be, it kind of judges your clouds your judgment, and so I totally just gonna have to agree with you guys. I mean, it has a lot to do with it for me. And so anyway, before we go on to the next topic, and then we're gonna have the drawing here in about 10 minutes. Mark, or is anybody need to jump off?
Yeah,
Right
I'm gonna
away,
head out.
Mark. I know sometimes you need to get off early, so you want to go ahead and plug your channel and tell us a little bit what you got coming up.
Well, I don't have to plug too much on the channel. It's leather work that I do, things that my son and I do together, and just general things that happen in my life. Been up since 5 o'clock this morning. He had a competition at school. It was a science Olympiad. He placed, and they're going from regionals to states, so I'm super proud of him. And we might get up and try to make it to the airsoft field tomorrow, so I'm going to bed. Good night, all.
All right.
Night, Mark.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun tomorrow, buddy, so I don't blame you at all. So
Thanks for having
anyway,
me.
so nice
well,
to have you on, Mark. Appreciate
good
you
night,
being
brother.
on every
Good to see you.
time.
Thank you.
If you ain't checked out Mark's channel, go check it out, guys. We'll see you, buddy.
Take care, Mark.
Night.
So let's go ahead and do this drawing, and we still have another topic, or if people want to stay on just a little bit longer. Make sure you get that hashtag in, guys. It's guys and gals. It's hashtag HBN for Hillbilly Nation 13.2, because this is our second drawing for the night. So go ahead and get that in, and I'll pull up the screen here and we'll get that going. All righty. Let me exit that off there. It don't need to be on there. So anyway, we have hashtag HBN 13.2, and we'll wind this thing up here and get it going. All right. See who the next winner is. Del Pogue. All right,
Congrats.
buddy.
Congratulations, Dale.
Congratulations, Dale. I'm going to put my email down here on the banner. So email me, buddy, and give me the address and name that you want that sent to. And also, there's 4 choices of colors. There's red, there's blue, there's black, and green. So include that in your email, and I'll get that sent out to you right away. And I seen your message there earlier to Live Moo. I got your email, so thanks a lot. I'll get that sent out to you as soon as possible also. So anyway, let's see here. This is what the next topic is going to be. Okay, I like this one right here. Let's talk about this. We're just going to have a little fun here. Old sayings that you've heard. So I will kind of say a few, so like maybe you guys kind of have an idea what I'm talking about. I remember I've heard, and don't get offended by this when I say this, but I've heard people say, old timers, it's cold enough out there to freeze the balls off of a brass monkey. Okay, a lot of people's heard that, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, what are you talking about? Well, come to find out, on the battleships, they used to stack their cannonballs on this metal rack, and right next to the cannon, so they could shoot them off the ships. Well, that rack was made out of brass and is called a brass monkey. So when it got cold, that brass would expand and shrink, one or the other, and the cannonballs would fall off of it. So that is where the term is cold enough to freeze the balls off of a brass monkey. And now we think, what in the world? What are you talking about? That kind of sounds a little dirty, but it is not. It was the actual term. So I'm just going to start out with that one. And any old sayings, that you guys have heard, that you liked. I have several more too. So anyway, Mac Man, anything that old sayings you've heard or anything that you kind of got a kick out of or liked or something?
Yeah, but I don't really want to say it on you.
Yeah. Pat's nose is already burning from spitting beer out of his nose. So
I'll try and do it as a PG form.
Okay.
It's one that when we used to play rugby a lot and we'd be out drinking and meeting girls, and the saying was, it might be small, but I got 250 pounds to push it in with.
Nice.
So let's just leave it there.
No, from now on, I am not drinking beer until the joke is done. I'm not going to start before.
I'm gonna wait until after. Until he starts drinking.
That's rough. That's rough.
All right. Any others you want to share, Mac Man?
No. Hey, I'm going to have to jump off, guys. I've got my daughter's dog up here and he's back into the door. He needs to go out for a walk. So I need to go and take him for a run.
Well, do you want to go ahead and plug your channel, buddy, before you jump off here?
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I've had a great night. I never laugh so much when I come on your streams. They're just so funny. I love coming on here. So I just thanks everybody for getting me over the 500 subs, and hopefully I'll see you Monday night on my live stream for some great giveaways. And thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you Monday night.
All right, Mac Man. Thanks for being on tonight. We appreciate it. You have a good weekend, buddy. We'll see you.
You too, guys. I'll catch you next week. See you, Elliot.
Have a good one, Mac Man.
Night, man.
All right, Elliot. So, any old sayings or anything that's kind of caught your ear over the years that you want to share with us?
Probably shouldn't. And I'm going to. Oh, God.
Get the glasses
I'll
out.
just say it simple. I used to be able to drive nails. Similar to laying pipe.
I know that one.
No more. I'm an old man now. So. Oh, God. Just something. That's your fault. That's your fault, Hll Billy, for talking about balls.
Well, I didn't mean to get everything going this direction. It was just, one that popped in my mind, So what you're saying is the same old saying about you used to have stick something under the fence. Now you got to stick it on top of the fence. So I think that goes along with that.
Anyway, I got to get out of here too shortly. So.
Alrighty. Well, just holler, buddy, whenever you're ready, and plug your channel. Or you want to go ahead and plug your channel now. That way if you got to jump off, you can, buddy.
Okay. I hope I can do a stream stream this week. I'm not sure coming up. Depends on what I got. This car I'm busy working on right now, so that's kind of got me tied up. I'm ordering stuff and out there working in the sun. At least it's been sunny lately. And I appreciate you being on, inviting me on here, man. It's a pleasure being on here, and you all make me laugh. And now I know you guys knew what I meant earlier. We're sitting around drinking a beer, in a bar, and some beautiful lady walks by, and you go, "Okay." So you know what I meant earlier.
Yeah. Obviously, my beer shooting out my nose and on the floor.
This has been a fun stream. I've enjoyed it, Hillbilly. Enjoyed the side chat, and hopefully I'll get a stream going. If I don't, it'll probably be the next week.
All right, buddy. Looking forward to it. And yeah, we got some great ones in the side chat too.
Oh boy, yeah, these are good topics. Sometimes these topics get you in trouble. Great being here, Hillbilly. See you, Pat in the bunker, Gizzard, and Bubba. Great being with you guys, buddy. Man. Seriously, enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much for being on.
See you all in the side chat. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, AR. Mm-hmm. Have a good one.
Later, guys.
All right. So, Pat, you got any old sayings that you'd like to share with us? I don't know how we started getting to to that side of it, but I mean, there's plenty of them out there. That's
Oh God, I've got a million of them. Okay, well, I'll rattle off two right now. Busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest.
Yeah.
Or busier than a cat burying shit. Sorry, that's my one foul word. That's my one foul word for tonight.
Oh, no, I already got to say another one.
Oh, I could rattle off ones that are way worse than this, but I'm not going to do that on this channel. I got my one cuss word in there, so. Or else I'm going to have to tip Gary's cuss jar, so. But no, that one and, what was the one that my great-grandpa used to say all the time? If you're not, and this one isn't a bad one, but it's, if you're not building it, you're burying it. Let that sink in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let that one sink in just a little bit.
Yeah, I seen Bubba put some money in the curse jar for you there, so he got you covered on that one.
Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate it. You can send that to care of Gizzard Gary.
Now that would be a crazy trick. Just.
Yeah, there's some great ones out there on the side chat too. Bigger than a high point.
You got one right there. Yep. That won't match.
Yeah. One day at band camp.
One day at band camp.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a great start to a joke. Anyway.
All right, Gary. You got any that you'd like to share with us, buddy?
Well, see, I'm old enough that they weren't even old sayings when I first started hearing them. They were fairly new back then. But
back when Moby Dick was just a minnow?
There's a couple. Let's see. There's one that anytime anybody says their nose is itches, my grandma used to say, if your nose itches, that means company's coming. And
yeah.
Then one of my favorite sayings is he's as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rockers.
Yeah, perfect. That was going to be my third one, Gizzard.
Yeah, I'll just stop at two. I don't want to take them all.
Well, we'll go back around to.
I've heard a lot of them. It's just I got to remember them. At my age, that's my problem, is I don't remember them anymore.
I kind of dried on a popcorn fart. Yep.
All right, Bubba, what you got for us, buddy?
I've got three. One of them is one I've always used. You know, if somebody asks you how you doing, you say I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. That's one of the main ones I like to use.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites too, buddy.
And
That's a good one.
my favorite phrase is "You're never fully dressed without a smile."
There you go.
That's one of my favorites. I actually know it in like 8 or 9 different languages, so it's one of my favorite phrases.
There you go.
And then one of my other favorite ones is like, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Yep.
And I'm going to stop there.
Well, we can throw some more in as we go here. Man, there's been so many of them. A lot of what you guys have said has been, some of my favorites. I remember one that said, see, you don't have enough sense as a second kick of a mule. And so when I asked my grandpa, I said, what do you mean by that? I said, well, if he got kicked by a mule once and he had enough sense that he got back there and got kicked again, then, he just ain't got any sense, And so that is always a fun favorite, and stuff. Oh, man. So you never try to teach a pig to sing. It wastes your time and annoys the pig. I like that, Gary.
No, look at 556s.
Yeah.
I imagine the pig's got blue hair too now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue or some weird ass color. Probably green.
556 had a whole mouthful right there.
Uh-huh.
Oh. What's her name?
Okay, well, I'll quote one. I'll quote one from one of my favorite senators out of Louisiana. There are 2 things that don't hang themselves: the Christmas tree and Jeffrey Epstein. Sorry, I had to go there.
Like GGW's there too. Boss had told him Paul Sturt is still a piece of crap. Oh man.
Sorry. My bad.
Gotcha.
There you go. A boy ain't got no sense. God gave a box of rocks.
When God was handing out brains, he thought you said trains.
Good night, sharpshooter.
Oh, here's another one. That boy's nuttier than squirrel turds.
Yep.
Yeah, one that I use quite often is even a blind squirrel gets a nut every now and then.
Yep. Yep. That's a good one.
Stop clock is right twice a day. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let the door hit you when the good Lord split you.
Even a blind hog finds an acorn every once in a while. That other one.
Think so bad you can knock a maggot off of a gut wagon.
Here's another one. Here's another one. If ignorance is bliss, why aren't you so happy? Or why aren't you happy, rather?
Okay, sorry. I'm going to have to put another one in the tip jar.
You
if
betcha.
assholes could fly, this place would be an airport. So I had that on the trunk of my second race car because it got to be such a battle at one point in time to even finish a race. It was like I slapped that on the back of my trunk and I was like, good Lord, come on, guys, we're professionals. We're racing here. Come on.
Robin's racing, but crashing, my bud ain't.
Oh
racing.
man, we were guardrail eating and we were upside down and on fire. I don't know how many out of that frickin' wreck. There was one wreck that they should have had 3 ambulances there. I ain't kidding you.
And we were just
Walter
talking
out
about
on here when it comes to helping out around the ranch. 1 boy is a boy, 2 boys is a half a boy, and 3 boys is no boy at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep, been down that road.
Stomping on baby chickens. Jeez.
bless your heart.
That ain't right.
Bless
Here's
you.
another saying. Here's another saying people don't know that's
Nice
condescending.
gizzard.
Here's a saying that people don't know is condescending unless they're from the South, and that's he's a character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bless your heart can be used in so many different ways depending on how it's said. I mean, it can be sarcastic, it can be caring. I mean,
Yep. I got relatives that live down in Louisiana and Florida, and it's the mannerism and how the delivery.
good night, 6 detective. Thanks for being on, buddy.
It's all in the delivery.
Oh yeah.
Thank God you didn't say jokes, because good gosh, I'm starting to get dark too.
Yeah, no, don't start with that.
never make that a topic. Never make
Yeah.
Well,
God forbid I don't want to start the choke again.
Yeah, I could tell a pretty clean one right now. That's right off the top of my head. And I think I will really quick. Okay, magician is on a cruise ship, and there's a parrot on the captain's shoulder, and he learns the bit for 3 nights. And he goes, "The card's up his sleeve. It's in his hat. It's here." Finally, by the 4th night, the captain with the parrot on his shoulder and the magician / comedian, he keeps ringing out all of his bits and telling where everything's at. Finally, the comedian pulls out a .38 revolver, shoots, misses the parrot, goes behind a wall, hits a propane tank, blows up the cruise ship, burns it to the ground. And then it's the parrot and the comedian on a piece of driftwood out there. They're the only 2 survivors. And they sit there for 3 days straight, just staring at each other. Locked eyes. No water, no food. Finally, the parrot says, "All right, I give. Where's the boat?"
Magician never reveals his secret.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, that's my only clean joke that I got right now.
Well, that's a pretty dang good one, I thought. Oh boy. Well, tell you what, guys, it's getting late here.
Yep.
I sure enjoyed everybody being on. I've had a blast tonight. I thank you guys. The panel's been awesome. The chat's been great. I mean, I've just enjoyed it so much. And, as long as everybody keeps showing up and we keep having fun, we'll just keep on doing this. So, anyway, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. If you're watching if you're not watching us live and you're watching later on, please do yourself a favor. Go over and check out each one of these people's YouTube channels, the side chat there. There's so many great YouTubers out there. It just has awesome content. I can't say enough. So go check their channels out, subscribe, and just do yourself a favor, and you're not going to go wrong, because it's just it's just so much fun. There's a whole community out there. Most of this, I'd say all this content, in my opinion, is better than what you're going to find on TV. There's just no doubt about that.
Agreed.
I mean, that's why, a lot of us do content, is because, there's literally nothing on TV anymore that's that great to watch. And, that's just my own opinion personally. But anyway, I appreciate everybody being on here, side chat, and in the panel. And we'll do this again next Saturday night, 9:00 Central. And, I just appreciate everybody. So anyway, saying that, I just want to say this. Remember, God, family, and country. And make somebody's day better, will you? You can do that with just a smile, just a small act of kindness. It don't cost you nothing to make somebody's day better. So try to do that each and every day. And if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you all again. Night, Hillbilly Nation. We love you. Everybody say good night.
Good
Good night. Stay safe.